Yes.
Yeah, this is Mila.
Welcome to Boss Up Academy, where you get your real estate and business updates in real time. Tonight we have a special guest, Mr. Gary and his wife. If you'll introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Gary Kopp, and this is Mila Kopp.
Hello there.
We're a family-owned business for over 35 years, right in the heart of the diamond district. That's
in
right.
New York.
New York City, Midtown Manhattan, Rockefeller Center.
Yes. So while Facebook builds our audience, we're gonna take a little break and we'll be right back. So we're back and we're ready to go.
All right.
So I invited Mr. Gary and his wife Mila tonight. A lot of people ask me about where I get some of my jewelry because sometimes people don't think it's real. But Mr. Gary and his wife Mila are my go-to people for custom jewelry as well as regular, Rolexes, anything you want in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
That's all authentic, the real deal. Did you want to say something?
Well, Mila designs the jewelry. She's the big designer.
Okay. So you're a husband and wife team, right?
Yes, husband and wife team.
Yeah. And y'all, and so tell us a little bit, how long have y'all been in business?
We're in business since 1990, together since 93.
Okay. So y'all
Mila came
almost 30 years.
Mila came into the business approximately 24 years ago.
Okay.
After the birth of all our three babies, then she came into the business. She used to be in the medical business. And of course, we needed someone to help us out and expand. And Mila started designing and gemologists and making pictures and nameplates, name designs, and photographs. She's behind the scenes.
Okay. So how has that scaled your business into what it is today? How do you think that Mila come into the business? Because a lot of people want to be a solopreneur. And how did that change the game for you?
Well, in the jewelry business, you need someone you can trust. And who else are you going to trust besides your wife?
Okay.
Small little thing that it could disappear, but a little diamond, a little part of a watch and stuff like that could disappear. And sometimes the eye in the sky does not help. People have techniques and stuff. I've had a lot of jewelry stolen, inside jobs, and just disappearing. And sometimes it's not like when you have an extra eye that you trust, that stuff is not going to disappear. And it's going to be 110% because it's a family business. And she's not going to steal from the family. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what we decided. And sometimes I take a day off. Sometimes she take a day off. And if we go away, both of us go away. We close the business. We do not, we don't leave the business to an employee and stuff like that, because it's a lot of stuff happens. So like I said, especially these hard times with all the stuff that's happening, and smash and grab type of deals and stuff like that, you have to have 2 eyes on the 10 fingers all the time, you know.
Right.
And we have a new rule: you can't come in if you have a mask on. COVID's been over. So some people get offended, but you can't come in with a mask. Sorry.
Right, because your cameras need to be able to see who's in your business.
Of course. And I always tell them, even with your mask, we have an X-ray camera from Russia, which has face recognition. They get a little, you know.
Yeah, they get a little scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with that being said, by you being in the Diamond District, and a lot of people are so afraid of competition, but you're in the heart of all these other jewelers that's doing the same thing that you're doing. How do you set yourself apart to stay in business over 20 years?
So we try to differentiate ourselves where the customer is our number one priority. We try to always put customer in front and always
make them feel comfortable.
Make them feel comfortable.
Like a family member.
When someone's spending money, it's not like, you know, you need to guide them in the right direction. So, for instance, we talked about lab-grown diamonds, and consumers, they don't understand what lab-grown is, and I explained it to them very simple. It's the same chemical composition of a diamond. It's just made in the lab. 23 chromosomes, and what is it, 23 or 46 chromosomes?
23 and 20, yeah.
46 chromosomes in the human
body.
And you could make a human also in a test tube, correct?
Right.
And that's the way they make a diamond. They put a small diamond with pressure, it grows, and it mimics everything that's happening underneath the ground. And also with so much things that's happening that in Africa, people are being traded for diamonds and weapons, and so much child labor, and people are getting killed. And there's so many fake certificates. The government right now is finding out that it's the millennial, older people, the younger generation, they only are asking for lab diamonds. So, for instance, if you buy a 2-carat earth mine diamond, G color VS1 clarity, which is going to cost you a little over $20,000 with a GIA certified diamond, a lab diamond is going to cost you same thing, $5,000 with a GIA certified diamond. It's going to specify it's lab grown, same color, same clarity. The only thing is what they're saying in the lab grown, that you're not gonna get your money out. But hypothetically speaking, if you buy a $20,000 stone and push comes to shove, you need to sell it, you will get $10,000. Like that's the law. You get half of what you pay for. And basically, if you're buying the same stone, you already saved $5,000 because you bought it for $5,000, not for $10,000. So even if the girl keeps it, she keeps a $5,000 diamond that looks like a $20,000. It tests like a diamond. The only person who could tell is the MRI machine. You need like a $20,000 MRI machine that glows in the dark in a certain way. Otherwise, it's all the same exact thing, same chemical, same hardness, even shines better. That's the way I see it. So
do you recommend lab grown over authentic pressured diamonds?
You mean earth mine?
Earth mine, I'm sorry.
They're all authentic. They're both authentic. You can't tell them apart.
Okay.
You cannot, if I put one here and one there and I say choose, you will not say the difference. It's exactly the same.
Okay. So With that being said, you said that y'all mostly are building relationships with your customers so they feel like family.
Correct.
And so is a lot of your business, are you saying a lot of your business is repeat customers?
Yes. Repeat customers, referrals. There's like third, fourth generations people already buying the diamonds. Like their
Grandchildren.
grandchildren already buying the diamonds.
Okay, so you're capturing whole families.
Yeah, so the grandchildren already are asking for lab diamonds.
So are you moving more towards lab diamonds, or are you doing
I have a little bit of both. So I do not stock lab diamonds because since they're mass produced, the lab diamonds are going a little bit down in price because they're mass produced. They're being grown in the lab. So it's 20-30% they're going down, but people asking, it doesn't really matter in the retail business if a diamond is 5,000 or 20-30% less. It's the same.
So when you put it on your homeowners, do you have to specify for replacement?
What's that?
When you put it on your insurance, like your homeowner's insurance,
Yes. Has to be specified. Just like if you're buying a Rolex and it's an aftermarket diamond bezel, you could insure it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not illegal to sell lab-grown diamonds. There is a demand and it's legal. GIA is approved, FCC approves. Anything. You could do whatever you want. It's to me it's jewelry. That's all it is. Some people want to buy an investment diamond, but investment prices go up and down as well. Gold is going up and down. Nothing is guaranteed in life.
Now, so now that you're getting into like gold and precious metals, right?
Sure.
What is your take on that as an investment, to have gold as an investment?
Well, gold as an investment, even if it goes down, it's still going to be gold. Agree?
Right.
If it goes up, it's still gold. So if it goes up, you wait till it goes down and buy some more. If it goes down, then you hedge and you're buying more, and you even it out kind of. But you have physical gold. I have gold since the 90s. I paid $300 for 1 ounce of Liberty. Today is worth $2,000. Last week, Liberty coin, 24 karat Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Or Cougaran, or an ounce of gold today is about $18.50 per ounce.
So, and because a lot of people talk about investing in real estate, right? But if you don't have thousands of dollars to put out to invest in real estate, you could, buy and hold gold as it goes down, and over time it usually appreciates, correct?
Usually, yeah. The only difference is with real estate. You could, let's say, in real estate, you're in real estate, right?
Right.
So let's say you buy a house, $1 million. You could, after a certain time, you could pull the money out and still own the real estate, correct?
Correct.
If you want to keep the gold and not sell it, you have to go to a pawn shop and they'll have to give you a loan towards it. That's the only way. Do you understand? If you want it back. But real estate, it already pays itself after a while. This is a tangible. You hold on to it. You give it to your kids, grandkids. That's always money. You could bring a bar of gold to Dubai and they'll cash you out right there. Any amount. Dubai, they don't even ask you questions.
Why is that in Dubai?
I have no idea. They have so much gold. If you go there with physical cash and buy $100,000 in cash, they don't ask you questions. Only in the United States, if it's over 10,000, you have to declare.
So is it cheaper to buy gold in Dubai than it is in the United States, or is it?
Supposedly, yes. I'm going there in a week. I'll let you know. But my father, who started the company in 1979, he says Dubai is like, it's unbelievable. It's like you're in Chinatown with the leathers. You know, it's like that's how it's hanging everywhere. Kilos. They have jackets in gold. They have ties in gold, hats, you name it, earmuffs, phone holders in gold, 24 karat. Everything is gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what else? Okay, so you said that this business was passed on to you from your father?
My father used to be in a gold business, correct. He used to sell gold chain wholesale. And then I used to be my major was rocks, earth signs. I used to collect rocks when I was a kid. And to me, it was interesting. So then I went into the GIA and I studied about diamonds. And that was interesting for me. Back then, everything was only natural stones. And, you know, now there's so many synthetics and so many other stuff that you need to know. You know, every day something new and new and new comes out.
So you said you expanded, your father was primarily in gold, and then you expanded the business into gold and diamonds.
Correct. Yes.
Do you plan to pass on your business?
All my kids are doctors. Both my kids are doctors. One is a lawyer. So I'm probably the last of the Mohicans. Let's see. I have 3 granddaughters. Let's see. Maybe I don't want to wait that long, you know. The oldest one is 6. So I don't think they're going to go in my business.
So do you have an exit plan?
Exit? Enjoy. You know, what can you do? Enjoy. All the gold, all the diamonds I got, that's my 401k. That's it.
So your inventory is your retirement?
I think so, yes.
Why did you say it like that?
Because what else? My kids don't know what stuff is worth. They'll probably sell it pennies for $1. You know, the other way, dollar for penny. Because they didn't earn it. Me, every little diamond, every little watch, you know, I remember where I bought it, how I made it, how I made that jewelry. So when you earn it, it's different. When it was given to you, it's different. You agree?
Yeah, that's true. That people don't appreciate free as much as they
Exactly.
when they got sweat equity involved.
Absolutely. Yep.
So you said, so it's primarily you and your wife, and when you actually take vacations and stuff, you actually close down your business to do that because of the amount of stones and different things you have there that you don't want to get.
Yeah, and it's also not safe. I feel a little bit more safer when I close.
Why do you think that is?
Because what's happening with, you know, I don't know if like in New York, there's a lot of smash and grabs. That's why. A lot of thieves, a lot of, you know, people got a little bit too comfortable and relaxed during COVID. And a lot of people, they're used to a certain lifestyle and now they can't provide it. So what do? They want to take. You understand?
Right.
But
so do you think that you will continue to be in the business of diamonds, or do you?
Until I retire. About age 65. I'm 53. I'm 53 now.
Oh, okay. So you got a little while to go.
I got like 12 years. Yeah. My last kid is getting married this Sunday, so we're gonna be empty nesters.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Now, have you built relationships around the other jewelers that are in the Diamond District?
Of course, we trade jewelry with each other. Of course, you can't own everything. Let's say he needs something I don't have, I take from him. He needs something I don't have, I take from him. You know.
Because a lot of people see competition as a threat.
Competition creates business, my dear. You know how it is. You can't be afraid of competition. It's like you want a guy who I learned the business from, an old Jewish man. And when I came into the business, I asked him, I says, how do you survive? He goes, I'm going to tell you something, son, quote unquote. If you want to fix your shoe, where are you going to go? You're going to go where there's a lot of shoemakers, or you want to go to the mall where there's one shoemaker and he give you one price? You go to a shoemaker and you choose who you want to work with. You agree? I said, perfect. That's what the Diamond District is all about. It's shopping. It's an experience. You shop, you choose, you buy something, you get it evaluated, see if you're happy, you know, and then you build a relationship.
So you've made your competition all around you, your friends, your network, to be able to do more business.
Yes, because it's a lot of times, you know, of course you have your haters, just like in your business, I'm sure. When they see successful, they try to, you know, maybe write a bad review here and there and stuff like that. You know, you have haters. There's always haters. But I've learned not, if someone already bought something, I never say, oh, you know, you got jerked, or the guy made too much money on you. I just say, you know, you got a fair deal. Next time you shop around, or give me I could, you know, competition, create business. You got to make customer feel happy. I don't want them to have a buyer's regret and go back to the other jeweler, say, oh, you know, Gary so-and-so said my diamond is worthless. Why? You know, some people do that. But if you're confident about your product, you have nothing to worry.
Now, do you see a lot more newer competition coming into the market, or do you mostly deal with the people that's been in the business for a while?
The business had changed a lot. People come and go. There's people going out of business a lot. Like during the past few years, like COVID time, a lot of empty stores, a lot of empty spaces. In the past 5-6 months, people are coming back to the city, like confidently. They start going to restaurants again. They're trying to see shows. People just take a weekend, spend the night in hotels, and, you know, enjoy the rooftops, enjoy what New York has to offer, the capital of the world, I call it. And slowly but surely, people are confident. Once people start coming in, people are going to be buying, whether you want it or not. Right next to me, there's a hotel being built with restaurants, with a gym right next door. So people are going to be comfortable. As soon as they go downstairs, wait for an Uber or a taxi, they'll see a jewelry on their left, on the right, and they'll be comfortable, because that's how it is.
How did you make it through the pandemic when so many people were going out of business? What do you think was your recipe to staying in business?
Well, the pandemic was, it was too much, like to me and my family, was too much uncertainty, because we were kind of lost, because my main income was selling jewelry. I didn't have any other income. So the people were calling us, and we were trying to sell, you know, take pictures, go to the store. Like first 2 months, we weren't doing anything. Everyone was afraid to come outside, as you remember. Gloves, masks, put the food behind the door and stuff like that. So why would you go even think about jewelry? Yes, you kept in contact. You know, all the customers, we would send each other texts and FaceTime and how are you? How's this? How's that? We weren't talking about jewelry, but we kept in touch because it's you know, other jewelers. Let's say I owed someone money, I would like tell them, listen, you know, my store is closed. Please don't put the check through because I don't know what's gonna happen. When I come back, either I'll give you your diamond back, or you know, let's see. So everybody was working. The only person that wasn't really working, I used to be in the largest jewelry exchange. It was called World Largest Jewelry Exchange before I met you, Erica. I started my business in 1990 all the way up to the pandemic. And during the pandemic was too much uncertainty. If you remember, they were starting, you know, the riots, and a couple of storefronts were broken, and my landlord didn't want to do anything to cover up the storefronts. Nothing. He's like, you don't like it, you leave. So my lease was up, and he's like, you still owe me the, you know, for the months that you. I'm like, why? You know, you gave me a little break. We were forced to be closed. We did not work. At least, you know, postpone the payment. He goes, no, you have to pay me, or from X amount of dollars, you need to give me 20% more, because I'm like, there's no business. No one's, you know, no one's buying. He goes, it's okay that you could leave. So we went to court, and then we settled out of court. And this landlord where I met you, the other tenant wasn't paying him. So he's like, you know what? I know you're in the business a long time. I know your dad. I know your uncles. I want to give you a chance. I said, I really appreciate it. So he gave me 6 months off. I said, I don't know how business is going to be. This other guy is suing me. I don't know what to do. He doesn't want to settle. So the landlord's son was a lawyer. So they settled out of court. And then we agreed that he's going to give me 2 months off, and he used my security, and I moved over there. And I'm really happy here.
So were you in the Diamond District before you moved over there? Where you say you was with one of the largest exchanges?
I used to be towards 6th Avenue. I'm like towards 5th Avenue. I'm in the middle of the block now.
So your location actually, what came out to harm you actually produce more business for you because you got a better location.
In a way, because of the pandemic, there was more privacy. I buzzed people in. In a way, in the exchange, he didn't provide any security. There was no glass. There was no sanitation. The bathrooms were always dirty. People are getting sick. They were coming to work with COVID. They were literally coming to work with COVID, and 4 or 5 people were getting sick. Like, let's say there's a polisher. I think I took it to the polisher, didn't I?
Yes, you got the bracelet done for me.
Yes. So that whole polishing, one person got sick, the whole polishing place. And then when they give the bracelet to be polished to you, it's already corona on it. We could have got sick. So all the stuff that was happening, it wasn't safe. It was too much uncertainty. But thank God, like, this landlord was great to me. And I'm really, of course, you know, you have your haters when you came into the exchange and they say, hi, where's Gary and Mila? They say, oh, they moved. We don't know where they moved. Some people say it. Some people say Gary died of COVID. Like, and the guy's like, no way. I spoke to him. He texted me. I just don't know where where his address is. So he walked down the block and he sees me in the window and he goes, oh, Gary, you're good. You're alive. I said, yes, thank God. They told me he died. So when I went back into the exchange to polish the jewelry, I walked in. I said, don't tell me who said it. I just want them to know. I said, Gary came back resurrected. Yeah. So that's how. Yeah. You turn the negative into a positive. That's it. I just don't let them. And I always say hi to everyone. It doesn't harm me. So let them talk all they want. Doesn't harm me. I have a
What
positive outlook. That's it. I don't think about negativity.
what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
If I was 20,
What
when
advice would you give to your 20-year-old self if knowing everything that you know now?
I I think at age 20, your everything is burning. Anything like at 20-year-old, if you say Gary is a he did this, he did that. At 20-year-old, I will walk up over to you and like really give you a piece of my mind. Like that's what I regret I did. As I got older, you become older, wiser. You're a grandpa. You like to lean back. It's like, okay, it's not so important. Nothing's gonna change if I lose a sale or you lose a day of work or whatever. It's not like, or let's say like in the 90s, every little dollar was a lot. So if a guy gives me a deposit, for instance, and then after I designed the piece, he would come back and say, you know what, I broke up with my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, but I already did it. I spent like 4 hours designing it. I did the CAD, I casted it. I don't care. I want my money back. I would like argue. Today, you want your money back? Here's your 500. I won't even argue. I'll sell it to someone else. There's different outlook because as you grow older, you become wiser. You do not need to be put on that level. Maybe he needs that 500, It's like
Right.
someone bumping into you, and you turn around like, hey, F you. You just bumped into me. Maybe he got into a fight with his girlfriend. Maybe his mom passed away. Maybe he's got whatever, something. You always have to see what's the other side looking like. You can't judge. You agree, Erica?
Yeah, I do, because it's about picking your battles.
Correct.
And every battle is what they say, you want to win the war, not the battle. And that kind of stuff, if you always in turmoil and stuff like that, that causes stress, anxiety. It wears down your health at the end of the day.
I would tell the audience, whoever's listening, the way we met. It was a Sunday, I remember. You came in, we started talking. You came with a girlfriend, correct?
Right.
You came with a girlfriend. You were pricing it around, and I thought, like, yes, you're a beautiful, very, very attractive woman. You have very pleasant friend next to you, and you were wearing a lot of jewelry. You know your jewelry. You know your stuff. And I was just trying to make $500 on the bracelet, and you were like, yes, but I saw it down the block for less, for this, for that. And I'm like, you know what, Erica? I could give you for this price. And you're like, no, but I'm getting it for much cheaper. I'm like, Erica, it must be like a little lower quality, or maybe. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to lose you. I don't think I could make her a customer. And then you came back and we kind of agreed. And ever since we became the best of friends. And you had a piece that needed to be sold. I'm like, don't sell it. We'll use the gold. We use the diamonds. And we made another piece, the Erica piece. And we didn't have to spend a lot of money because we just designed it. We used the gold. We used the diamonds. And you were happy. And that's how, I guess, I gained your trust. And you recently, can I tell the audience what you bought, or?
Nah, let's just keep going.
Oh, I won't say it, but you trusted me and you said, here it is. Here's the wire. And just send it to me just from a picture. Do you know how I feel on the other side? I can't explain to you. I felt like $1 million. Like really, you trusted someone before you got the item, and it means a lot more than just the sale. Seriously.
And you've been a person of your word, which I think counts a lot for forging these relationships and this network.
But
That,
it
you know,
takes,
that you said, hey, Erica, you're going to get this piece on this day. Here's your tracking number. It wasn't, oh, I didn't get to do it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. It was, I'm doing it today. This is what you can expect. Here's your tracking number. And it's been like that on every transaction.
yeah, yeah.
So I think a lot of people don't understand the importance of giving people your word these days, because a lot of people want to kind of shuffle you around, and and then you got a lot of what they call New York City slicksters that
I don't think so. It's just how your parents brought you up. It's not how New York City slicksters. It's how your parents brought you up. That's how I see it. It's what you learn at home.
right.
My mom always taught me, say, if you lie, it's gonna come back to you. Then you have to live that lie. You have to keep lying, because the lie just goes bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
Right.
like, if you come to me, you ask me, you have this, that, I would tell you, you know what, Erica, with the rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, I'm not so strong at, but I could do my homework, and I could, if you give me time, but I could get it for you. I could do my homework, but I don't necessarily gonna give you the best price, because I'm not, I don't have like the main source. I would get from the person who gets from the main source, because they buy quantity. So that's how you could get a little better deal and more competitive.
Right.
So,
And just being straight up and transparent with the client so that they can make a decision for themselves.
yeah, it's very important when you do have a relationship, because in the jewelry business, like, not everyone understands what it takes to make a jewelry, and it's like sort of like building a house. It seems like, okay, so I have a big property. What do I need to do? If you don't have a good architect and an architect and someone who watches the architect with the builder, because I just went, like, I'm going to tell you, I just lost a lot of money because I did not have the right architect, because the neighbor, the builder went inside. It was an attached house in the New York City area, Queens, one of the boroughs. It was on R7 zoning, if you know what that means. Like, you could build up. It was a 2-story house. And since my son is becoming a doctor, I wanted to open up a medical facility downstairs, and upstairs, people living. And that didn't go well, because the neighbor, the builder, went underneath the house and didn't ask the neighbor if he could go underneath to do underpinning, and he forged the signature and stuff like that. So that wasn't cool on the neighbor, on my builder's part. But guess what? I was stuck on the project for 10 years. It was bad luck. I didn't have the best, the neighbor was always upset. I have to give him key money, and he kept calling 311 because of that instance. So that's why. And this guy was referred to me, like, forget about it. And it happened. That's why I didn't have the best of luck with real estate. So, at least in New York.
So we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. What would you tell business owners? What advice, after being in business for so long, do you think would be the best advice that you could give to someone that is a new business owner or thinking about starting a business?
I would say never look back. Just go forward and always think positive. And confidence and brings positivity, and good luck to you. Don't be scared. You lose a little bit, you gain a little bit, but you have more to gain than lose. That's how I see it. If there's more pluses than minuses, you're not going to lose. You're always, it's chance you take on everything, but you will be doing good. Anything you do. That's how I see it.
Well, thank you, Gary.
Thank you,
Gary from Diamonds USA, and he can get you if some business owners like to buy jewelry. So he would be glad to help you, and he can ship all over the United States.
Yes, I am. I can. Thank you.
And he can get you custom pieces.
Absolutely. And
And
jewelry and gold necklaces and Cuban chains and Rolexes and you name it, we do it. Silver chains, anything you want, we got you. Engagement rings, wedding bands, divorce rings, we got them all.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you, babe.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.